Good morning everyone. So today we've got a Subaru and it's the XV Boxer diesel model, and this is the 2015 all-wheel drive. So the customer's complaint is they have a flashing DPF light on the dashboard and they want it fixed. So the scan says an EOBD has a P1468 not defined, and it repeats. So in the engine, the P1468 is oil dilution, and we have a P1604 startability malfunction. So you'd imagine that the oil dilution, i.e. it needs a service, is bringing on the DPF light and it's refusing to do regens or whatever like that. And actually when we rev it here we can smell the exhaust, so I think it needs an oil change and a DPF clean out. So we have dipped to oil, and you can see that the oil level is away up the dipstick. What is it, up to here?
Yeah.
So this has clearly failed to regenerate. Ooh, look at that. So we need to find out when last the oil was changed on this thing. There's a level there.
It's way up to here. So that's been diluted with diesel.
Diesel making oil. And as you can see there, the oil filter looks quite new. Now we've found the DPF pressure sensor. There it's here, see the two pipes. So we believe the top pipe, believe that one right there goes into the middle of the DPF, and we believe that's where it needs the fluid. But we're not seeing a whole lot of pressure in that, although I'll let you see the scan tool. So the pressure I would say is negligible. In fact, you want to rev it, Roddy, at 3000, my man. But the very fact this thing's making oil, that is a problem. Failed regens. What's that, 3000? So 3000, we've got 2 kilopascals and our suit loading's at 33%. All day, my man. So we're thinking, why is this thing making oil? This is a big question. Let's go back and look at the codes. So it's still oil dilution and startability. Boo. So looking through the PIDs here, we've got oil dilution ratio 17%, oil level switch high level. Maybe need to take oil out of this or just change it. Running distance after last regeneration 4,000 kilometres. Suit accumulation's that going up, Roddy? No, 33%. Now, see, to be honest with you, this thing stinks. It really is a bad smell. So we've changed the oil filter and we're using good practice. We've put the date on it. The only thing we can't get away with winging it the next time, Roddy. Maybe 25, 21, 25. Anyway, so we've changed the oil, we're changing the oil, and there is plenty of diesel in the oil, so it's really bad. So we're wondering if this is just a service issue, because we spoke to the customer and it had never been done since last year. Maybe. So we go into the scan tool, and under special function we go engine oil change. Has the engine oil been changed? Okay. What's that? The oil dilution ratio is reset. Okay. The oil has been reset to normal. Okay. Confirm whether oil dilution has been reset. Okay. So let's go back into oil. We'll go into read data stream. We'll go into oil dilution. Okay. So oil dilution is at 0% and the oil level is low. That's because we've not got any oil in it yet. Estimated distance to oil change 15 9,000 kilometres, so that's just, what, 9,000 miles, Lionel? Just under 10,000. So that all looks good. So let's get it back up and give it a run. But it's smelly, it's stinky. So we went back in, you see that code's still pending, so let's see if it clears. So clear fault memory, yes. Yes. Clear the fault memory completed. Turn off the ignition switch and wait for 15 seconds. Turn on the ignition switch with the engine off. Turn it back on. Okay. So read fault codes. So we're good. So let's exit out of that. Back. Back. We'll go into EOBD, see if it's cleared for there. So it says the mill status is off, there's 0 DTCs. So enter in, read fault codes, nothing, so that's good, it's cleared that. We're smoke testing our exhaust system because the last garage says there was a crack in the DPF. So we're going right up the rear of the exhaust. So when we're looking down the front here, there's nothing, but we can get the pipe off and we can see you can see the smoke coming out, see it? So put the pipe back on, Rudy. Right. That's all good. In the DPF, I was looking underneath, there's nothing. Let's see. Oh, there's a crack down here. Aye. It's leaking somewhere. It's not the DPF. So indeed, that's a problem because the way the system works, see, there's a valve in the exhaust there, that shuts and forces the gases back up. So if that's leaking, that'll make it fail. So the last garage done a good job, but it's not the DPF, it's leaking, it's just the gasket. So that needs to come off. Is it just at the gasket? No, it's at the exhaust, Roddy. A wee weld, I think, lad. There it's there. There's the gasket.
Does that sound better, that car, listen?
It does. There it's there, there's a hole. That weld.
That's what it is, it's not the gasket.
There's the gasket. Right. Big welder out.
Yeah, looks like it. Is this inside it?
Aye. So I think we're in the clear. I've got the smoke back on. Looks alright, eh? Oh, is that odd vapour? Oh, hard to say. So we're giving our customary test drive, so it says regeneration not in progress. I don't know what these words are. Estimated DPF temperature 200. Exhaust control valve duty cycle. Now that was a thing I showed you in the exhaust. So as we're going down the road, that's shutting and forcing the gases back. Mileage and DPF regeneration 8 kilometres. Oil dilution is 0. You see this oil level switch? That goes low then high. Suit 52% is coming down. The number of tries 96 times. So sometimes when we let it idle, that goes to low level, then goes back to high. So I don't know if that's faulty or no, but we've done the oil and we're just 3/4 of the way up the dipstick. So we're going to check our suit accumulation. But at the moment, our dashboard is clear, so that's good. So here we go, there's our pressures coming down the road. We're at 3 kilopascals, but here's the most important one. Regeneration in progress, it says. We're at 345 degrees. Exhaust is open, it says. So this is all to do with the exhaust valve. So probably better to take it a run along the motorway to watch this. So regen has stopped now because we're idling. So we're going along the motorway here, and you can see regeneration in progress, and our soot level's at 65%. So let's see how long this lasts. We want the one on the right to start taking a dive down. We've been driving here about 15 minutes, so it still says regen in progress, but our figure is no coming down, it's still at 69%. And our estimated DPF temperature is 640 degrees. So maybe this is why it's making oil. This thing's proved a pain in the butt. We've got more DPF fluid in it. We're doing it at 22% now, but the light is still flashing. It seems to reach a point even with force regen, it just goes back up. So whatever's wrong with this, we do not know. So we've finally got to single figures, 9. We were doing it 8% there, 7%. So 10%. But the light is still flashing on the dashboard. Right, we're getting stuck here. We've had to tell the car it's got a new DPF on it. So let's see how this goes. And that light's finally went out. 4%. 3%. 2%. 1%. 0%. How's that? So our soot accumulation back at 0%, but see our oil dilution's back up to 2%. And it says we've only got 14,600 kilometres left, so that means it's like we've done 400 kilometres. But at least it's not doing any regenerations now that we're told it's got a new DPF. So we're going to give the customer it back and let them see how they go and get them to come back in a couple of weeks. Because I don't think we're to the bottom of this one yet. Seems to be when you accelerate, the soot level goes through the roof.
That's right.
So we're wondering about injectors, we're not really sure, or a worn engine. But it drives alright, innit?
Aye,
Drives alright.